Alrighty, well, you'll get to see me for one thing. I don't really have anything fancy to fill this with right now, so I'm just going to use a cup and a towel to go around the fill port and get it filled that way. Let's see. I need to put my ATX tester thing on the power supply, so it'll run. There. Now, start filling. I'm just using straight distilled water right now. I don't have any additives or anything. I'll get those next month. And I'm only going to run it about a month. And not even then, it's almost about the middle of the month now. I'll probably just run it half a month and then drain it all and then get some new water with some additives or something. I'm not sure yet, but this is all just kind of temporary. Let's see if I can get this in here without making a mess everywhere. How are we doing on water? No, we need a lot more than that. Oh, getting real wet up here. Any of it leaking down in here? No, actually the towel's not catching it all. Just gotta keep at it and like this until I can get enough of it in there for it to run. This might be a long video. I should probably skip through all this, but I think some of y'all that haven't done this before may be curious on this part about how you actually get a water system running once it's built together like this. Whoops, it's coming up to the top up here. Looks like it's time to hit the pump. For the first time anyway. Okay. Good, it's gone down to the pump on its own. And come out the other side a little bit, not quite. Oh well, let's see how this runs. That is on. That's all we got out of that. And some more bulged up top. I'm going to wipe that off. Later I'm going to buy one of those funnels that screws in this, and this will be a hell of a lot less messy. But let's see here. Oh, where's my fill cap? Damn it, here it is. Let's see if I can get it like this, and that's all the pump's going to do for now. Got to get some more in there. It's just a slow process of filling it and rocking it and running it before it'll actually start moving fluid on its own. It's not an easy process. Well, it's easy. It's not difficult. It just takes time. Time consuming more than anything. How's that? Nope, put a little more in for now. Just had a bubble come up. Yeah, that's another good start. Let's try this. Nope, not quite yet. lot closer. Not quite yet though. Oh, came up here. Nope, not quite. Let's try and rock it again. Like this. Oh, let me get that fan unplugged. That's the fan making all that noise, not the pump. Now. Still needs a little more. Can almost run on its own a little bit. Almost run on its own now. Not quite, still needs a little more. Actually getting this thing filled takes most of the time, as you can see here. Alright, now, it's finally at the point where it's actually just about running on its own. Still got quite a lot of air in there though that needs letting out. But it is running. Oh, I got some wires under it in the back. Now, I can actually let it run on its own finally. This up completely so it's got as much water as it can get, and seal it off. It's probably the last seal I'm going to put on there, the last filling. So I'm going to go ahead and get a screwdriver and seal this good. much running on its own. That's actually self-bled a lot of the air out of it. And from this point, just let it run for a little while and work on getting most of the air out of the system, which will probably take another couple hours. I don't know if you can see. I need to get the camera and come over here closer. Alright, this is, well, if I can focus, this is the fill tube that I was using to fill the system with. And ever so often, well, focus is all there. See, as it goes through the system and comes back through the reservoir, all the bubbles are collecting in the reservoir. And after a while, the other high point that's not getting any flow is the fill tube, and the bubbles are just naturally accumulating up inside this fill tube. And they'll continue to do this for a while, and see there's some more coming up, and then they'll all collect up in here. And the more air that gets up in the fill tube is the less air actually in the system. So it'll run for a while like this, a couple of hours, and then after a long time, eventually, it usually helps to cut it off for a minute. Well, and then hit it again. Anyway, as the air collects up the fill tube like this, it's being removed from the system, and it'll go up to the top, and it'll join the little bit of air bubble mass at the top of the fill tube up there. And about once an hour for the next 5 or 6 hours, I'll come through and I'll open the cap and let the air out through the top up there. And other than that, it's pretty much running on its own. And now the point is going to be to let it sit here and run through all this for most of the day, and probably through tomorrow about this time, 24 hours, and check for leaks and try to get the air out of the system before actually running it. But I'm not seeing any actual leaks right now through the new water block or anything, and I'm not even getting any leaks through the radiator fittings at all either. Nothing's leaking so far, so hopefully this will continue and through all this, and hopefully we'll have a pretty good system. And tomorrow I'll have another Core 2 Duo chip that's going to arrive, and I'm hoping I can get that in here without draining the system. So pretty much now it's just letting it run on its own, bleed itself, try to turn it off and on and cycle it ever so often to help bleeding, and that's pretty much about it. It'll clear itself after a while. Alright, that's it for now.